this is a third meeting with Swindon. You've got to travel, though, for the first time. The other two matches both at home in the league and in the first game in the Cup. So where do you think the balance of power is now?
Well, they've just gone top of the league and they're at home, so they'll be favourites for the game. They've probably been our toughest test this season in the two games. They've been very good when they've played us twice, so we know what we're up against. We know we're up against a good team, and we'll have to perform better than what we did when we played them last game, because they probably should. We're lucky to be in the hat, really, so we need a reaction from that performance.
Was it important on Saturday that you shut Exeter out, given what had happened the previous Tuesday against Newport?
I think it was a random game. It was, they've had 7 shots on goal and scored 7 goals. It doesn't very often happen, so we knew it was a freak result, really. But off the back of it, just to put that to bed, that we've got one of the best defensive records in the league. So I think it was a freak result. But we went down and showed a lot of resilience against Exeter. They put the ball in the box a lot, and we defended really well.
So order restored then, from your point of view.
Yeah. We didn't lose belief in the players. It was a freak game, freak result. So I think to overthink it, we hadn't become a bad team overnight. So we knew, we believe in what we do, and the defenders do a lot of work individually and as a unit. So I think that was the pleasing thing, that they looked a together unit.
The fact it is the third game between you and Swindon this season, how much new can there be that you can throw at Richie Wellens and that he can throw at you?
I don't think we know how we think they're going to play. They'll probably know how we want to try and play. So it's if we can impact our game more onto them. I think that we started the first 10 minutes in the last game quite well, but after that they dominated us with the way that they do. So we need to try and counteract that.
I think you said at the end of that match that in the first half Swindon opened you up too much without scoring. So is your start point, right, let's be as solid as we were at Exeter? Yeah,
well, that's always the case anyway. But no, they moved us around and they did it well. Like I said, the Swindon and crew, I think, have been the two best teams that we've played this season. So when they do get their rotations and they do move around the park well, and they move the ball well as well. So we weren't good enough on the day, but we've proved many times this season that we're not a bad team ourselves, so we need to go and impact our game onto them.
Looking at the forward combinations, Owen Doyle didn't play in the first game. He's got, I think, 9 goals in his last 6. What are the rules and regulations about him potentially playing on Tuesday night?
No, he can't play Tuesday because he wasn't allowed to play in the first game, so he won't be playing, which obviously is a loss for them. But they didn't look like they missed him too much when they played against us, other than maybe scoring the goals that he might have scored. So, but they've got people that can come in and be equally effective.
Anthony Grant also did play, same situation?
As far as I'm aware, yeah, I don't think he'll be able to play. Okay.
In terms of your forward combinations, you've used Gavin Riley and Luke Varney a lot. In the first match you played Jonty Smith with Luke. Is that an interesting selection call for you? Now you've got Ruben Reid in the mix as well, who might be on the bench presumably.
Yeah, well, we've got good options. Different players give us different things. Obviously, Reg is a more experienced one, a bigger one. Then you've got Alex, who can come on as a smaller one. Ruben can hold the ball up. So there's all, Lloydie's a bit of everything. So we've got good options. It's whether we can pick the right one.
And the fact that Ruben had half an hour last Tuesday, was the unused sub at the weekend, you're thinking, I would think, is that again he's going to be in the mix and maybe used as an impact player.
Yeah, well, it's difficult with Ruben now. We've got to try and get him fit on the job. He's not going to have a pre-season, so we need to try and get him as many minutes as we can. I don't think he's ready for a start yet after only having half an hour. But like I said, we think he's a good player. We want to get him involved as much as we can, hence the reason he came on last week and he was involved on Saturday.
In those other 2 matches, you've responded to Swindon scoring. It might be a different dynamic this time if you could get your noses in front first.
It'd be nice, yeah. I just ask them different questions. We going away from home, the first goal always is important anyway. But if we can go and get a goal, then again straight away you're asking them different questions, to give them different propositions of. So if we can do that, maybe give our supporters a lift and get their crowd maybe going the other way rather than roaring them on.
Have you watched anything of their game at Salford at the weekend?
No, not that. But we'll be watching that today. Right. But I don't think, like I said, we're not going to learn massive amounts from the game on Saturday, because they're a good team with good players and they move the ball really well. So we we know we're up against it.
Are you all right injury-wise after Saturday?
Yeah, Gav Riley he got stitches in his foot, so he's. I'll see how he's today. Other than that, everyone's fine.
Okay. Is the incentive of a home tie in round 2 quite a carrot for both you and Swindon?
Yeah, I think so. You know, you always want a home game, and with the replay, you know that if you can get through the replay, you are a home game, and then it's the big boys. So it's so close, but yet so far. You know, you still got to win the 2 games, but it's an opportunity to hopefully go and get one of the big ones.